afternoon. I'm Elsie Bejane. I'm a director of Patriot for Minorities, a non-profit company in South Africa. Our purpose is to help minorities fight for their constitutional rights, where the government and government departments trample on their constitutional rights. I made a video earlier of Flippy van Dijk, who's next to me. He's a farmer in Natal, in the area of the Unkuma's River. In the previous video, I said there are numerous cases where Flippy tried to get the assistance of the police with any joy. So I asked him, it's more than 15 cases, eh?
Yeah.
So we can't discuss everyone, but I suggest that we pick one, discuss that one, to put you in the picture of what's happening here. If you like the video, put up a thumb and or subscribe to our channel, and you will get the future videos as well as the previous videos as well. Okay, Flippy.
Yeah.
This incident which we chose to speak about, when did it happen?
The incident happened on the 23rd of July 2015.
And what was the charges about?
I was assaulted down at the river by two Indian males
So the charges
and
was
two black males.
assault with to cause grievous bodily harm. Or
Well, that is not what the docket came to, but it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be assault with
Okay.
with grievous, but it didn't come out in the end that way. But yeah, that's okay. That's what happened.
yeah. And you say it was two blacks and two
No,
Indians.
it was two Indians, and they had the one Indian is a security guy, and he had two of his black security guys there that are actually policemen that were off duty doing security guards for extra money.
Okay. They tried to remove the pump, which they claimed were theirs, but you bought the pump with the farm. And this dispute started at the river, and then they started hitting you with the shambok. Did you have any protection?
I went down there. I only wore a t-shirt and a PT pants. I didn't even have shoes on. Went down there, raced down there to stop, because they were busy dismantling the 70,000 rand irrigation pump. Yeah, and then they took out a shambok, and I was laying into that, and the other guys tried to corner me for the guy, or to hold me fast for the guy to hit me with a shambok, but I think I was I evaded them, but I was hit severely. I mean, I was really hit hard. I bled.
Yeah, shambok is
from the wounds of the shambok. The shambok is a hitting tool that's been in disuse from the police now. The police are not allowed to use it because it is a dangerous object to use to control people.
It's from plastic, and if I understand correctly, it can open the skin. Yes,
the skin opening is not the worst. It can cause blood clots, and that can kill you.
So internal bleeding.
Yeah, under the skin, yeah, deeper
Okay,
inside.
so
That's how I have it.
Okay, then you called the police.
Yes, I went back home to the police. Remember, my son watched this, and two labourers that were nearby watched all of this happening. It didn't happen without any witnesses. In any case, I phoned the police, and the police came. Miraculously, they came out immediately. And while the police was in attendance here, they stole that pump right in front of them. And I made an affidavit there, and we opened a case, and the docket was opened. And I went to hospital to get a J88,
That is a medical report for injuries.
Yeah, that is for medical injuries.
It's completed by the surgeon.
For purposes of court purposes or legal purposes.
It's a legal document.
Okay, so that was done, and nothing really happened with the case. Nobody came and see me and whatever. But with great difficulty and something that I do not want to go in now, the docket eventually landed at the prosecuting authorities, and the case was put on roll, and we attended. Now it was me and my son and two labourers that
have to attend court.
Attend court every time
the matter is postponed.
And I think it was I didn't count, but I think it's 5 or 6 times or something like that.
The matter was postponed.
And every time it was postponed, then the one guy was sick, and then this happened and that happened. The attorney didn't arrive, and what. And eventually, the magistrate told the prosecutor that this thing will have to go on.
It was postponed.
He's not going to postpone anymore.
It's a final postponement, the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, come the date that we have to attend court, in the morning, I open up all my security gates. My wife works, and at that time she was still every day on the farm. Now she's not. She only comes weekends. But I opened up all the gates for her to leave for work, and there was nothing. It was just a normal day, and I went back and got ready and got my smart clothes on for court, and come out with my smart clothes. My whole farm was on fire on that specific day. Miraculously, on the day of the court, my farm burns, and we've got plastic pipes in which our irrigation works. So I didn't know what to do. I thought the magistrate doesn't want to postpone this case, so we're not going to get around that one. So I decided my son and the two labourers will fend off the fire from, where it could do damage and stuff like that, and they would somehow get to, with a friend of mine, get to a court.
Later the day.
Later in the day.
After the fire is under control.
I went to court. I was there meantime, sat there in front of the court waiting, and the court proceeding started at the correct court where I was, and went on, and they had the one case after the other, and eventually, I saw none of the accused. I didn't see it. The lawyer, I didn't see the accused. I didn't see his anybody that was there to support him, and there was I, of course. And then here at about just past 11, it was past tea time. I don't know what the tea time was. Normally in the court.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
After 11 o'clock, I saw his lawyer coming, and in haste, and.
So it looks as if, and I know you can't say it.
No.
But it looks as if the fire was started on your farm to keep you on your farm, and they bargained on the fact that you won't be at court because you have to fight the fire.
Yeah.
So nobody expected that you would go to court that morning.
So the prosecutor took me to an empty courtroom, and he asked me, Mr. Van Dyk, where are your witnesses? I told him, listen, they will testify for me, but they are state witnesses.
Actually, they're the prosecutor's witnesses.
Yeah, they are actually your witnesses, and I'm also one of your witnesses.
Exactly.
He said, well, they can't. The court can't go on without the others. I said, well, my farm was set alight, and I wonder why on this specific day. But the farm is on fire, and the people are tending to the fire. They will be here. Put me in the dock. Let's start the case. Without them. There are lots of things. The story is quite long, intricate, and things like happen. There are much more to it than it was. It could be quite long, and then by then
they will be at court.
yeah, but I reckon just I would be the only guy who would testify because I need to be cross-examined as well. It's not just a couple of minutes that you are
In the witness box.
in the witness box. You are there for long. So
Start with me.
so I said, start with me, and he said no. And then he told me he's going to send the police to arrest the witnesses because they, you know, you get
A warrant of arrest.
No. When they call you to come to court,
A subpoena.
they were subpoenaed and they
Didn't attend.
They didn't attend. They ignored the subpoena, and he's going to get the police and get them arrested. And I got quite upset about it, and I told him, no, you're not going to do it. I said, put me in the box. I will testify that this case can go on, and I am sure if you finished with me and the fire is still blazing, that the magistrate will understand it, because by then the magistrate would know round about what's going on in the case.
So he then told you to leave the court.
Yeah, and then no, I became quite angry because I think he tried to get me angry.
Okay, but
and I got angry and I said, no, you're not going to do it. And he asked me to leave, not the courtroom, but I have to leave the magistrate's court, the
whole building.
The whole building. And I said, I'm certainly not going to do it.
Because you're subpoenaed.
I'm subpoenaed to be here, and at least something must go on with the case. The magistrate must at least hear about it.
Yeah.
The guy hasn't done anything, hasn't pleaded even.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that still has to happen. And he picked up the phone and he
Called the security.
called the security guard. No.
The court security.
Yeah, he called the court security. It is a security firm.
Yeah.
To escort me out of the building so that he could tell the magistrate that I am not in the court building.
There's no witnesses.
There are no witnesses. He is going to withdraw the case. And so the case was withdrawn.
And it was never prosecuted again.
It was never prosecuted again.
Okay, that is example of many of his cases. That is the way the police deal with the charges by the farmers. Yeah, and I'll talk about the pending case that we are here for in Scottsboro. But
Not only the police, but the prosecuting...
the prosecutor was involved in this. Yeah, the prosecutor was involved in this. It's
that
true.
worries me. That really worries me.
Okay, I just want to give my website as well. But the website of Patriot for Minorities, if you want to see more about us, it's www.patriotsa for South Africa, patriotsa.org, O-R-G. It's www.patriotsa.org. And I wish you all a fantastic day. Goodbye.
Yes, do even better. Join them.